Michael, that book you wrote 5 years ago had such power, it seemed like the right book at the right time by the right person, and it was so comprehensive. But you felt it important, you and Kate and Nan, to write a new book 5 years later. Why this book? Why now?
I appreciate that question. And once the earlier book was out, you know, the thing that people kept asking time and time again were really two questions answered in the new book. One was, we want examples. We need examples of what DE is in practice. What do actually developmental evaluations look like? More fully done examples than I included out of my own practice in the original book, which were short stories of my having done it. But people wanted more richness, know more of the details, how some of the challenges were faced. And the second major question that emerged over time is a version of the fidelity question. What are the essential elements? What are the core principles of developmental evaluation? How does one really distinguish it from other forms of evaluation, the very conversation we've just been having? And so I addressed the core question in a chapter on the essential principles of evaluation, of developmental evaluation, and have a chapter answering the most common questions I get. But the heart of the book are 12 case studies of actual developmental evaluations that show a great variety of practice in different kind of milieus and different kind of settings, in part because of the International Year of Evaluation. The exemplars include examples from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands, and the United States. They also include an international agricultural initiative working in Africa and South America, a people-to-people reconciliation project with initiatives in Bosnia, Herzegovina, Burundi, and the Israeli West Bank Gaza Strip, and a global partnership for the prevention of armed conflict working worldwide. We really tried to do a diversity of applications of developmental evaluation, and so the case examples include programs in sustainable agriculture, poverty reduction, education, community-based arts, supports to homeless youth, healthcare, early childhood systems, access to college, preventing conflict, reconciliations of conflict. There are local-based initiatives, programs in indigenous communities, national efforts at systems change, and a global network. The cases include innovations undertaken by philanthropic foundations, nonprofit agencies, international organizations, universities, community-based organizations, and government reform initiative. One developmental evaluation in the book has been going on for over a decade. Another decade-long initiative has recently been completed with the developmental evaluation providing documentation for what happened and what was approved. Other examples are in midstream and still evolving. Some examples have just recently been completed, and one of the cases in the book was in its first year. So it's a wide variety of examples of developmental evaluation practice that is recent and quite diverse.
Michael, was it difficult to find that variety, or did it, when you put out the feelers for the book, was that the kind of variety that came back at you?
The difficulty was actually deciding the final group, because we had a lot more to choose from. As you know, because you are a part of the network of developmental evaluation practice in contact with each other, we, through that network of people doing it, we knew about a number of different applications, and so we had a lot more possibilities than we could do. And so we went for diversity, both internationally and subject matter-wise, and focus and length of time. And we went for one of the features of the way that we did the chapters was that because developmental evaluation is a collaborative action between evaluators and social innovators, people who are doing the innovative work, every chapter is co-authored by an evaluator and a social innovation practitioner. So these aren't evaluator-written case studies. They are collaboratively written, co-created chapters by both the social innovator and the evaluator telling their story together. So one of the final factors in selecting cases was work that was far enough along and where people had the capacity and the willingness to do that kind of writing together. Because it's not that it's hard, but it takes time, and that accelerates the intensity of engagement in telling that story together. And our final cases are cases where people are willing to work that way together and co-author these chapters.